kind of talked about it. A sweep is a sweep. You guys come home and look just as dominant as you guys had been beforehand. 10 straight wins. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to win games. I thought our kids came out and hit the ball really well again this weekend. Kind of picked up where we left off at and just kept going. That's our goal, is to try to keep getting better every single game. So it's fun to see that happen this weekend.
What are y'all doing in the batting cages to make sure that you guys are finishing games in 5 and 6 innings or whatever the case might be?
We've swung the bats a lot this year. I mean, we're fortunate to have a lot of depth on our pitching staff, so we get to hit a lot of live, and I think that's huge for us, and our pitchers are really good. So if they can hit off from our pitchers, then get into a game and get into that setting, it's definitely going to make it easier for them.
One of the bright sides of the tournament style play that you guys had this week, you got to see some Lone Star Conference teams as well with a lot of the time y'all were spent waiting. So how was that scouting?
Yeah, it's always good to get a chance to watch some of the teams that we're going to play later on in the season. I think it was good for our kids. Some of them snuck out there and watched a little bit and just took a peek. But and I think anytime you get a chance to see the teams that you're going to play later on in the season, I think it's definitely an advantage just to kind of see what they're doing, see what their pitchers are throwing, see what offensively where they're at, and just kind of take some notes. And at the same time, you still got to get ready for the game that you're going to play the next hour or whatever. But you take some notes and put it aside.
Well, you don't want a game to end, 4-3 in a close situation like that. How good is it to have that kind of experience, though, knowing that your team, if your back is against the wall like that, can come through in a big way?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's always good, I think, to have some competitive games. It's a different feeling that you get in the game when it's close like that, and to be able to control that and be able to just stay normal and be focused and just go out there and compete and get some hits and get some people come up with some timely hits, some good pitching, some defensive plays. And it's good for us to have a competitive game also.
You get the weekend off now ahead of conference play. How are you going to utilize that time?
I mean, hopefully we'll get some people feeling healthy and get rested up, and we're going to spend a lot of time preparing for Tyler and Commerce that we have coming up. So I think that'll be a good little opportunity to really spend a lot of time preparing and making sure that when we get to that game that we're ready to go.
How good is it to see a team like Tyler this early on in the season?
I think that was one of the keys to us last year. We got to play them in Commerce in our first conference games last year again, and I think it was really an opportunity for us to see what we're doing well, what we want to get better at, and then just get to work on it. So I'm super excited to get to see some really good competition coming up shortly.